obviously there's been some new UI changes to the Radius Plus platform. And with changes comes confusion, comes questions, comes frustration sometimes, which we totally understand. And that's why we're doing this today. So kind of the whole point is to show the old platform, the older UI, compare it to the new UI and see, hey, we still have all of the same great data. It's just in different places now. So I'll show you how to access this. This call will be recorded as well. We're going to put it on our YouTube page. So if you forget anything, go right to our YouTube page. It'll be up there. And then also I redid all of the YouTube hot tip videos. So all the steps I go over today, 1 to 2 minute videos on our YouTube. So if you're like, hey, I forgot how to do Excel export, 1 to 2 minute video, you can find it right on YouTube. So yeah, kind of do a walkthrough of the platform, show the old versus the new. We had some questions get sent in to us during the registration, so I'll touch on those as well. But if anyone has questions in the meantime, please put them in the chat, kind of work through them as we go through. So yeah, let's get started. I will pull up the old UI, which you will see right here. So like I said, all of the data is the same. It's truly just a workflow change, if you want to say. So instead of having all of the tabs on the left-hand side, right? Trade area is your trade area information. Competitors tab is your pricing screen. It now all lives in this movable card on the right-hand side. So if you want to shrink it down, you can drag them by the corners, maximize all of the real estate on your screen, or you can maximize it with one button, see all the data right here. So however you want to do it, it's truly just a workflow change. So let's get started. Oops, bear with me. All right, cool. So older version of the UI, search bar is in the top right, where you want to plug in a specific address, maybe a city or a zip code. The new UI, it's on the top left. We like to keep you guys on your toes, right? So let's plug in an address over here, and we'll do it over here as well, just so we can keep everything the same. So on both platforms, they still default to a 3-mile radius, and the radius sizes are still on the bottom. So again, this is the old UI. You can select 1, 3, 5, 10-mile radius right here on the bottom. We have the drive time tool where you can maybe analyze a 10-minute drive time. And then we have the custom polygon, which we'll touch on towards the end for acquisitions. On the new UI, still the same. Right at the bottom, got all of your radius sizes, as well as your drive time and your custom polygon tool. So again, they default to a 3-mile radius. If you want to change it, do as you need. Now, with the old UI, all of the data is still on the right-hand side, right? So you have your trade area information. Only difference, this card is not draggable. Whereas the new UI, you can move it to the left, you can move it to the right, and you can shrink it down as small as you would like. So pop in a search to the address bar, defaults to the trade area, right? That's going to give you information based on whatever you have set up on the map. So instead of clicking the trade area tab in the old UI, it's going to be this first button right here at the top. So very straightforward, defaults to the trade area. You still have all your current supply, which is all of the facilities and the net rentable square footage based inside of whatever type of radius you have set up on the map. We break it out by climate and non-climate control as well, just like we did on the last one. Below that, we still flag those recent deliveries going back 3 years. Again, just like we did on the old UI right here. This trade area card is literally the exact same. You have your supply adjusted, so any new developments coming to this market, where say your current square foot per capita is an 8.8. There's about 40,000 square feet being planned in this market. So you can see that teal is the planned facility. It's going to be this guy right here. All right, so the old UI, you had this ledger, kind of took up some real estate on the map. So on the new UI, we just try to put it right up here at the top to give you as much real estate as possible on your screen. All of these dots are still interactive. So instead of on the new UI where you double click this, takes you to a whole new page, which is the facility page, right? And all I did here was double click the teal dot. On the new UI, you can double click the dot, the same, and it's just going to open up in your card right here. So way faster, as you could see. We still offer the satellite view. You get a street view as well, and some relevant start and stop dates. We still have the documents tab as well. We list documentation if we pick the facility up ourselves. There's no documentation. A user probably submitted this to us. So still have the facility page. Instead of having to double click, open in a full page, it's now right here on your movable card. So that's your development pipeline. Below that, we have our full demographics. So again, keep going back to this trade area. Instead of having to click the tab, you just re-click that card and you're scrolling down your demographics, just like it's always been. New UI, demographics still right here. You might want to drag it open so you can see a little bit more, however you want to do it. So you got your population, 31,000 people in this 3-mile radius. 48% of these households are renter occupied. So it gives you a good idea. Hey, maybe we should lean on maybe a smaller unit mix, or maybe there's less renters. Maybe it's a bedroom community. We can lean on a larger unit mix. And we flag our incomes right here. All of this data still sponsored by Esri, just like on the old UI. Pressing B on the keyboard, B as in boy, still brings up your demographic heat map, right? So just like on the old one, you press B, comes right up. That has not changed on the new user interface. So again, that's B as in boy. Pulls up the demographic heat map. In the right-hand side, that selected block group, that's going to change as you hover over these US Census groups, right? So let's just pretend you're looking at acquiring granny self-storage right here. So instead of saying, hey, the overall incomes are about 65,000, well, when I put my cursor over it, you see the incomes drop down a little bit to about 59,000. Renters drop down to about 37% renter occupied. So this is a great way to get very granular demographic data surrounding a site you're looking to acquire, build, whatever it may be. And N as in Nancy takes this right away. Boom. So you no longer have to, you can take it off, turn it on whenever you need. And then lastly, on our little trade area card right here, we have all of our housing permits, just like we did on the old one. So the trade area information is exactly the same. The only difference is the old card was not movable and the new card is. So all of the same great data we used to offer is still here, and we just made it a little bit easier for you to access. Well, now is probably when one of the bigger changes happen. So old UI, okay, we like this market. Now we want to look at rental rates in this overall market. So we'd have to go to competitors, and now we lose access to the screen, right? To the map, to our trade area. So on the new UI, it's as simple as clicking the $sign. That's going to pull up the competitors tab, and you can still have some room on the map, or maybe, hey, what if I jump over here? Let's see how these rates differ, right? Whatever it may be, all the data now right here. Very soon, you will be able to pop this out to a second screen as well. We do listen to feedback, so please, guys, any feedback you have, send it into Intercom. We definitely track it and send it up the flagpole. So you're like, man, this competitors tab is really shrunk in. There's so much data, I can't access any of it. It's as simple as clicking the maximize button. There you go. So the same great competitors tab from the old UI, just in a much cleaner, more accessible version. The top left, just like on the old one, we have our generate reports. So if you're like, hey, I want to run a Compass report, this is a great way to do it. Right here from the generate report button, generate Compass report. You can also get all of this data to Excel, right? So generate report, competitor pricing export is going to put all of this rental rate data right to an Excel sheet. So it's not hidden anywhere. It's right here behind the generate report button. You're able to access the two type of reports our enterprise clients have access to. Visually, still pretty much the same. We have our web rate or in-store rate filter right here on the left-hand side. If you are doing acquisitions, I would definitely include all. That's going to include facilities that do not have rental rates, like this family storage center. Going after acquisition targets, facilities with no website, those are perfect acquisition targets, right? They either A, don't have a website, or B, have no way to rent a unit online. And if 60% of your rentals come from an online source, these people are leaving a lot of money on the table, right? So right off the back, 9 facilities, 4 of them have a website with rates, 5 of them do not. So you have 5 acquisition targets right here in this market, ready to go. Pop it to Excel, skip trace the owner, do whatever you need to do. But these are kind of like the low-hanging fruit in this market if you're looking for acquisition targets. Let's see. And then you can also toggle for filters when you're looking at the averages, either the circle or down here at the bottom, average monthly rents. You can decide between a trailing 12-month or maybe a trailing 30-day average. So if it's a very seasonal market, you can toggle on that 30-day, or if you just want to see how the assets perform over the last 12 months, toggle on last 12M. All of the pricing data is still exactly the same. We're scraping these rates daily off the competitor websites. And if you hover over these, it'll tell you exactly what they mean. Like that circle is the average of whatever you select here. The up arrow is the high for the last 12 months or 30 days. Down arrow is still the low. And equal sign is our daily pricing scrape. I get tons of questions about this. Yes, we still scrape rates every single day. So to that point, if you look at these 10 by 30s, we have the average, we have the high for the last 12 months, we have the low for the last 12 months. We're missing that equal sign. So while no one gets occupancy data, we can make some safe inferences on demand. When, hey, this equal sign's missing, it's no longer on the website, we make a safe inference they're sold out, right? So great way to judge demand from us scraping these rental rates every single day. Huge shout out to our tech team. We're almost at 1 million pricing scrapes daily, which is not an easy feat. 60,000 plus facilities we look at every single day. So huge shout out to them. Any questions on how we do that, please reach out. I'm more than happy to kind of dig into that. But yeah, so clearly you can see these 10 by 10s last night were priced at 134 and they are sold out of their climate control 10 by 30s. So just how it was on the old screen, boom, same exact data, just nice and easier on this nice movable card. And when you're done with this, you can minimize it, drag it back as small as you need to, whatever it may be. All right, so trends page, that's what we're looking at right now. I think of it as the trendy unit types. So your 5 by 5s, your 10 by 10s, your 10 by 20s. It's not always that simple though, right? As we know. Maybe you're underwriting a 3 by 4, or let's see what weird funky unit sizes we have. Maybe a 5 by 8, maybe an 8 by 10. So while there's no room for that information on the trends page, the rates tab has every single rental unit size offered online in the trade area that you have set up. So again, if you're looking at, hey, maybe the facility I'm looking at has a 5 by 8, or maybe they have a 10 by 7. This is where you can come get information on those one-off unit types, right? And any promotions they have tied to them and the last day that they were available. I always say this is a great way to come find information on parking. So while we only cover traditional self-storage, if Extra Space offers, say, a 12 by 40 parking spot, we'll pick that up in our system. If it's Rob's RV and boat parking, we're not going to have that just yet. It's coming very soon. So to that extent, you could do unit size, select all, and then the features drop down, select whatever coincides with parking or whatever type of feature you're looking to underwrite, right? So, hey, here's the parking spaces in this area. So compared to the old UI, the rates tab and trends is right here at the top. The new one, still right here at the top. So guys, I'm telling you, it looks visually different, all the same great data, still right here. All right, let's take a look. So generate report, let's run a Compass report. The Compass report page has not changed. So Everything is still the same. Should default to the address you had in. Wow. Another huge shout out to our tech team. Unit feature number 1 now defaults to CC. Unit feature number 2 is NCC. So you no longer have to change it from all units to climate or non-climate. It's ready to go. A new update we did push a couple months ago is being able to reflect the web rate or the in-store rate on the pricing section of one of these reports. So like I said, same grade data. I would always suggest running one report with the web rate because not everyone offers an in-store rate. So it'll look like a lot of people don't price online if you only run in-store rate. Just a little FYI. But Compass reports, the way they run them, everything is still exactly the same. Let's get back to this trade area though and get to the fun stuff. All right. So old UI, have to click back to the trade area. With the new one, simply click the button, goes right back to it on the info, and you can still see the screen. So with the older one, our filters were kind of hidden up here at the top. You got to click filters, taking up a lot of the real estate, and you have access to filtering the current sites, maybe that are in your trade area. And then you have the exclusion set right here. Maybe you don't want to, underwrite the extra space in your market because they're bringing rental rates down, or the inverse, maybe you don't care about the mom and pop because the rates are so low. So filtering the trade area allows you to take some of those sites out of your the information that you're analyzing. So filters at the top on the older user interface. On the new one, they're still at the top right here. And if you hover over them, it tells you exactly what they are. So you click that, you have all your same filters right here, ready to go. So nothing's changed there at all. Next to it is going to be the toggle locations, right? So when you turn that on, you'll have your previous searches right here. Maybe Beverly Boulevard in Los Angeles was something that interested you. Click the heart. It's going to be right here in your saved locations. So one of the questions that we got on the registration was, what's an underutilized feature of Radius Plus? And one of my favorites, especially for smaller owner operators, are the portfolios. I consider them like a built-in CRM. They're a great way to stay organized. You can have as many of these as you need. If you want to do my facilities, maybe qualified, unqualified deals. Maybe you come across the market and you're like, hey, I have no idea where Gastonia is, but it's interesting to me. Create a portfolio, load a few sites in there. Great way to stay organized. And I'll show you how to do it. So with the portfolios, we'll call this one, let's just call it Gastonia for the example. And maybe we're interested in this facility right here. So if you're on a Mac, hold Option and click. And if you're on a PC, you would hold Alt and click the dot, and it's going to load it right here into your portfolio. So the underutilized feature are 100% going to be these alerts. So when you click the bell, you can set up 3 types of alerts. We have a pricing alert, an inventory alert, which will tell you, hey, extra space sold out of a 10 by 10, and a facility alert. Hey, extra space is bringing 80,000 square feet about 1.5 miles away from your site. So great way to stay up to date with exactly what is happening in your market. Again, when you're setting these up, I would definitely set them up for the web rate because, again, not everyone offers an in-store rate. Probably want to do the latest pricing change of an increase or decrease. Again, however aggressive you want to be, $1, 5%, 10%, totally up to you. Select your market, 1, 3, 5 miles. And even if you do a 3 mile, you can say, hey, maybe I don't care about that extra space. I just want to stay up to date on Granny's, Storage Sense, and Mini Storage Depot. Whatever it may be, set them up how you like. Select your criteria, all your unit features. Maybe you're only non-climate, so we don't care about any climate control rates in this market. Again, whatever works best for your workflow, all the data or all the units that you're going to get info on is going to be right here. Yeah, James, I see you have a question. Can you unmute? Let me see if I can unmute you there. Yeah, try it now.
Hey Alex, you're doing awesome, man. I just sent a question in, but I'll just ask it verbally.
Yeah.
For the facility alerts, does this also give you an update when a project changes pipeline status? A big
Yes.
thing is monitoring, projects and planning permitted, and you can't know soon enough once it starts vertical construction.
Absolutely. Yeah. So pricing is going to give you the updates on the pricing in this market. But what James is referring to is the facility alerts, right? So, hey, maybe you're analyzing an acquisition target, or maybe you're looking to build a facility in a new market where you might live across the country. Setting up these facility alerts are a great way to stay in tune, right? So, set that trade area. And then if we pick up anything in the pipeline stage, whether it be planning, permitted, under construction, a completed asset, or one doing an expansion, you instantly get an email. And when you
Yeah.
set these up, you're not going to get 100 emails a day. They come aggregated once every morning. So one email every single morning will have all of the facility updates or whichever updates sent right to you.
How can I share these alerts with the rest of my team?
100%. Um, all you have to do is click the arrow right here, right? So maybe McLean, you've found a great market that you want to share with everyone on your team. Click that arrow. It'll share to the other users on their account.
I manage my acquisition pipeline through a portfolio. Like who can add facilities or remove facilities to one of these portfolios within my org?
Yeah, so whoever sets them up can add or edit these, then it will share to the admin account, right? So maybe you're looking for acquisition targets for the boss or for whoever it may be. Again, hold Option and click, hold Alt and click. It'll load it right in here, and you can share it to the team, and they can do their own analyzing on it. See some more questions in the chat too. Let me pull these up. Let's see. David Williams, I can't see anything. Screen is not shared. Can everyone else see the screen okay? It could just be an aspect of double clicking the screen to make it a little bigger as well. Let's see. Stacy, how do I see all of the keyboard shortcuts? So keyboard shortcuts is as easy as pressing shift and question mark. This is one of the hot tip videos I just did on our YouTube page as well. So if you forget, hey, how do I do the demographic layer? Well, it's B is in boy. Or maybe how do I turn off the layers? N is in Nancy is a great way to turn them right off. So again, we press B, activates that demographic heat map, press N, and as in Nancy, takes it right away. Great question, Stacy. Does the facility alert let me know when the pipeline changes? Yep, you got that. If I have my trade area set and have the facility page open about 3/4, can I see both the trade area and the facility page? If so, can I keep going from the facility to facility in the trade area? Yes, okay. So if you have the facility open this way, I assume, you can still get you can still see this facility. Then maybe if you double click on a competitor, the next one will load right up for you. So yeah, if you want to hop around, maybe you're analyzing this asset, like, hey, I want to see what my competitors look like. Double click it, they'll turn right up for you. So hey, this is non-climate drive up, but maybe this guy, he doesn't offer parking. So a great way to set us to kind of set myself apart is maybe I can offer parking on the back end of the asset or wherever it may be. So yes, you can definitely have the map open, click different facilities, and they will load up right here on your facility page. Great idea, Adam. Haven't even thought of that. Great idea. I know all of the legend colors because I'm a power user. Can I hide the legend? Absolutely. Huge feedback that we got. People love having as much real estate as possible on their screen. So if you're like, hey, I know exactly what this means, you can hide them just like that. Now you have even more space on the map here. And then you click the eye again, they pop right back up. How do you generate reports from Tally? Yeah, great question. Many, many ways to generate reports. Let's see here. So from the home screen, say a piece of dirt came across your desk or a facility that you're really interested in, but you don't have that much time to dig through the platform. Radiusplus.com, reports, Compass report right at the top of the screen. The only difference here is you're going to have to plug in that address, right? So when you run them from inside the platform, the address will auto-populate. If you run it from the home screen, got to type in that 123 Main Street, select it from the drop down, you're good to go. From in the platform, couple ways we can do it. So you can double click that facility again, make this a little bit larger. You can run a Compass report right here from the facility page. So again, all I did, double click a facility dot, generate report right there. Another way to do it is from the competitors tab. So again, you're analyzing this market. We're looking at these rental rates. You want to get this to a PDF, generate report, Compass report right here. So we actually give you 4 ways to do it. That's the third way. The last way to do it will be within your portfolio. So again, hey, this is a facility I'm keeping an eye on. We have the generate report button right there. So we give you 4 different ways to run a Compass report from the application. Let's see. How do I tell if a parcel is big enough for parking or expansion? James, another great question. So double clicking these facility dots brings up that facility page. And what you want to do, it's going to default to the map, but you want to toggle on the satellite view. This is going to allow you to get I wouldn't say real time, but a very up-to-date picture of the asset. So when I'm analyzing this, I can kind of scroll in and say, okay, they offer some parking right here. So if you're looking to do maybe a value add expansion, my mind is running. Hey, I see they're doing parking up here. I want to compare the rental rates of the parking spots maybe to a 10 by 10, right? Or maybe I don't want to dump a bunch of money into an expansion. What if I just put an aluminum roof on this, a canopy? Now I can double my rates. So great question from James there. Double click the facility dot, toggle on that satellite view, get a great idea of how much supply you could potentially add, if there's room for parking, just many ways to kind of boost that bottom line. Side point to that is a street view. Really helpful so you can get an idea on what a potential CapEx could be, right? So I'm analyzing this asset, but maybe some pressure washing would go a long way, fresh paint on the doors. Let's see. I don't see too many light poles here, so maybe adding some lights, some cameras. Again, just a flyby CapEx to kind of to pass by. So great question there. From John, hey Alex, you're doing great. Just wanted to check and see if you're also going to discuss about the API features and pricing of Radius Plus. With the API, I'm not going to go over it on this call, but please, I will drop my booking link in here and we can definitely talk about it on a call. But yeah, we've built out a full API. You can pull rental rates from anywhere in the entire US. We also have an Excel plugin that we built out as well, so we can feed that rental rate data right into your workflow. So I'd love to talk more about this with on a call with the tech team. So please schedule some time. We're more than happy to discuss. Adam, if I'm on the competitors tab with the trade area and have it set to 3/4, can I shift click my trade area and simply change addresses and have the competitors tab reload? Yes, of course. Of course. That is one of the main reasons why we decided to kind of move these cards here and do it the way we're doing it right now. So if I'm here in Gastonia, but maybe I want to go check out, let's say Statesville, shift and click will automatically move that trade area for you. And now I'm analyzing rental rates over in Statesville. I can see, hey, non-climate 10 by 10, $90 last night. That's a little low for me. Let's go check. Let's check Hickory. I pop over to Hickory. Data updates instantly for me. Oh, these rental rates look a little better. U-Haul at 105. Let's not look at Highland there. We got Valley Storage at 155. So yeah, absolutely. Have some real estate on the map here. Shift and click moves your trade area. And yeah, the data will instantly update right there for you. Great question. So one of the questions we got in the sign up page was, what are some new features? So we did add some new features with this new UI revamp, and those are going to be down in the map layers. So when you click this, I'll start with the map type. I like looking at the street view, kind of looks more modern and clean, but a lot of people like the satellite view. So again, maybe I'm analyzing Lenore right here. I can look at 5-star storage, get a nice satellite view of the facility. However, Some new updates we recently released are going to be the colleges and university layer. So like this guy right here, Caldwell Community College. I can hover over it and it'll tell me the enrollment on the card in the top left. Now, this is important because when you analyze demographic information, as in the population, 16,000 people, that's only including people who live there full-time, 12 months out of the year. Their ID says, hey, I live in this city right here. With colleges and military bases, college towns, sometimes even retirement communities, those people are not going to be included in your census information or your demographics. So while there's 16,000 people that live here full-time, there's about 3,800 students at this college. So not a great example with a community college, but my favorite example is Gainesville, Florida. There's 35,000 people that live there full-time. 8 months out of the year, there's 60,000 students. So maybe your square foot per capita could be, say, a 10.0, but during the school year, it's more likely a 4 or a 5, right? So we call those hidden demographics. They can make a good deal look even better. So definitely want to know what's going on with the community colleges or any colleges in general. And then another new layer is going to be the military bases. So when you toggle that on, you can zoom out, and then these pink areas are military bases. Hover over them. The card in the top left will explain, will give you the base name and what it does. So why military bases are important? One, not included in demographic information, but two, it's a very transient population. So a lot of these people are consistently moving. They could have good paying jobs in the military. Again, all of that not included in your demographic information. So, you know, as you can see here, large military base, and it is surrounded with self-storage facilities. So great way. Hey, maybe we're looking for a new market. What's this base out here? What do you know? We got a brand new facility right next to it. So those are kind of the two map layers that we released with the new UI push. Let's see. Any other questions, guys? Please send them. Feel free to send me an email with them as well. Well, if you think of anything after the call, like I said, this will be recorded and posted. Feel free to schedule some time with me for a one-on-one call. But I guess the main takeaway I want everyone to realize is, hey, I know it looks different. All of the data is still there. Instead of having to click through everything on the left-hand side, all of your data now lives in this movable card. Makes the UI look better, more modern, helps our tech team with any bugs. They can quickly get on it. And yeah, like I said, we're constantly listening to feedback. So anything you guys have or want to say about it, please write it in the intercom system, send us a message. We're always listening to that feedback. But yeah, if anyone doesn't have any questions, like I said, book some time, schedule a one-on-one call, more than happy to help. And yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I hope this was informational. If not, like I said, schedule one-on-one. We can dive a lot deeper into the platform on a demo call. So yeah, thank you everyone. I appreciate it. Oops, let me see. Oh, let me see. Filters used to take up 1/3 of the screen. What's it like now? Toggle those filters. You know, it's quick. It doesn't have to take away this entire area. Toggle them on, maybe half the screen it'll take up, and you still have access to move the map around while you're doing that. So maybe I'm looking for acquisition targets, say 20 to 45,000 square feet. I can instantly see where some of those targets would be. Maybe what about older assets, single story, non-REIT assets? There you go. So you can still see some of the map even while applying those filters. Let's see here. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, yeah, if there's no more questions, I'll go ahead and end this. Like I said, we're going to upload it to our YouTube page with the hot tip videos as well. So if I can be of help in any way, please schedule some time. We love looking at sites. We love helping out. So thank you, everyone, for joining. I appreciate it.